touchdown. Come here. Okay, hey everybody. Let's keep my dogs from barking. I am doing a review now on the Apple Watch Series 4. So this is the 40 millimeter and it is in the pink sport band because I'm all about pink these days. I was really hesitant about actually getting this watch because I'm not a watch wearer. I actually don't like anything on my wrist. I don't wear bracelets. I don't wear watches. And part of the reason is because, one thing, they annoy me. And for the second thing, I have like really weirdly small wrist. And so finding anything that actually fits on my wrist is like a challenge. And so, yeah. And then I thought it would look really weird on my wrist. And so, okay. So that's the backstory. First of all, I had difficulty getting a comfortable fit with this. Now that's something that I was worried about and something that actually is true. I don't know, it feels like it might be a little tight, but then if I move it down, it's way too loose. I actually think if I get a different band that maybe is stretchy, like this is super comfortable, like feeling, but there's no stretch. And so it has to be like in between these. I don't know. I just can't get a perfect fit. And I'll talk about this in a minute, but I wanted to sleep with the watch on because it can track your sleep, which is awesome. The first few days I did that, but I actually, after like the third day, got a bruise. I don't even know if you can still see it, but I got a bruise like right here because like I said, it's a little bit too tight. And so I don't actually wear it to sleep anymore because I don't want to keep getting bruises. So that's definitely a negative for me. It feels more comfortable now than it did the first couple of days, but it doesn't feel like I've read other people be like, oh, I feel like I don't even have anything on. I definitely don't feel like that. It feels it just feels a little overbearing on my wrist sometimes. And like I said, I think it's because it's just a little bit too tight. And if I make it any looser, then it's like all up and down my arm. So anyways, that is a struggle for me. It does actually come with a second part of this, which is a little bit bigger. So like this is the smaller side and this is the bigger side. So if you have a bigger wrist, you can actually use this and it will give you like more room. Like I said, this is the smaller one. And so I'm actually going to look at getting, I think like maybe one of the mesh bands at some point. So, okay. So that's first thing, not super comfortable. I don't think that it looks weird on my wrist. I was worried about that it would, but it doesn't. I don't think. I mean, maybe it does. Y'all tell me. But it's a little bigger than I would have liked. I probably would have preferred the 38. But with the Series 4, they only make the 40 and 44. So they made the screens a little bit bigger, but they're also a little bit slimmer. Okay, so all of that out of the way. Overall, really do, hold on, just got a text. Really do enjoy the watch. I get my text on here. I can see who's calling. Now, another negative con that I have is it's not super loud. To talk on the phone. I feel like I have to like hold it like this so I can hear the person, which I actually had heard that these were supposed to be a little bit of a louder speaker, but I'm not noticing that. I do have a bit of a hard time, and I'm actually wondering if there is something maybe wrong with my speaker because my husband and I do the walkie thing, which I'll talk about in a minute, and his is way louder than mine. Like when I talk to him, it's louder than when he talks to me on here. So I don't know if there's a problem with my speaker or not. I don't know. But either way, talking on the phone is not really that good on here. But I do like that I can see who's calling. So that is one thing that I use it for. I'll just tell you like the top things that I use it for. Text messaging, the talk to text or whatever is amazing. I can just be like, hey Siri, and text whoever, and it just texts it. It's amazing. So that is awesome. Y'all know I've got an almost 3-year-old now, and so I'm super busy. And y'all, I lose my phone all the time. So when you lose your phone, hold on, let me get my phone out. I'll show y'all. You can actually ping your phone. So you swipe up, you swipe up from here and push the little ping button and it pings it. Okay, that is a huge plus for me. So I love being able to ping my phone. I lose my phone all the time. So it's so nice to not have to worry about keeping my phone with me. And also, you know, you guys know that I've had some like health issues in the past. Hold on. My husband is texting me. He took our daughter to Chick-fil-A and it's super, super busy and they haven't even gotten in the parking lot yet. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. Hang on, you guys. Max, come here. Touchdown. Come here. So, oh yeah, I lose my phone all the time. I don't like having to worry about like keeping it right with me right here. So this way I can get all the notifications that I need right here on my watch. I can see who's calling. I can read text. I can answer text. Now there's a few different ways that you can answer text. So let me just take this off so I can show you guys. So when you take it off, it locks. So then you have to put a passcode in. So like nobody can just pick up your watch and start using it. So that's good. All right. So these are all the different little apps and you can scroll around on them. All right. And all right. So there's a few different ways you can answer text. You can do the text to speak. Whoops. You can do where you actually can like write. Let me show you this. So this is like your writing thing. And it's actually pretty responsive. So I just typed yeah. So it's pretty responsive. That's really neat. There's also, whoops, I just left it again. You also can, there's also some that are like preloaded, and you can add your own like preloaded custom messages. You can check the weather. You can check your heart rate. So this is like the heart rate monitor. Lights up green because it's actually checking your heart rate. I don't have it on my wrist, so it's not going to be showing it. Another really, really neat feature is the ECG feature. So this is specific to the Series 4, and this is actually why I got the Series 4. So you'll know I've had some heart issues in the past, so I love this. There is also something called a fall detection. And so that means that if you fall, it will ask you if you're okay. It can detect when you fall. And if you don't answer like in a certain amount of time, it can actually call like the emergency services and everything. So that's really, really neat for me because like I'm at home with my daughter all day long. And, you know, it's like this weird fear of mine that I'm actually going to like fall or something and not be able to, you know, call anybody or actually get her. Like if I fall down the steps and I break my leg or something, I don't have my phone. So I love this. For one thing, it can call emergency people on its own. And another thing is you can just call right from here. Like, hey Siri, call, you know, my mom, and it will call, and you know, whatever, you can text. So it's really, really just for me, like a peace of mind thing, just to have it like right here with me. So those are features that I knew I was going to like. The ping feature, the seeing who's calling, seeing who's texting. I knew that those were going to be awesome features for me, which is really why I agreed. This was a present. I didn't really want it. I thought it was just kind of extravagant, whatever, but it really does like improve your quality of life. It really, really does. And I knew I was going to like those features. Now, there's a few features that I actually didn't realize I was going to like. And one of those is the activity measurer. So I did not realize, because I don't exercise, you guys. I just don't. I don't do it. I need to. I just never have. I've gone through a few spurts here where like I've tried to, but I just don't. But I feel like seeing my progress and actually seeing the bands go around is really motivating. And even if I don't actually like start exercising, at least I'm like seeing what I've done. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't sit down much during the day. Like, I'm running around after her, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, you know, whatever the case, I'm always busy. So I love that I can see that. It's like, I don't really do much today, but I walked 3 miles around the house and I went up the stairs. I went up 8 flights of stairs. You know what I mean? So I love that. I didn't realize that was going to be something. I thought I just wasn't even going to care about that. And so that's a really fun thing. And then they have an actual fitness tracker. So like, you really need to take this off again to be showing you this. But you can pick like your different workouts and it'll track it for you. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never used that because I don't work out. But it's there. And a lot of people really like it. And maybe one day I will use it. Maybe. I really like that you can add your watch faces and just swipe through. Like if you want a different one, my daughter loves this one. Let me show you guys this one. It's the Minnie Mouse. Listen.
It's 12:14. Good afternoon.
She loves it, like all throughout the day. Mama, I want to hear what Minnie Mouse says. So, I love that when I can just swipe it back and forth. So I customize all my watch faces and then I can just swipe to get to whichever one I want. And some of them is more like calendar, like what I've got to do that day. Some of them is like the infographic where it shows me like the weather and the time and if I have any messages and all of that stuff. So I love that I can do that. So I have several that are just saved and customized to the way that I want them and I can just swipe either way I want. My favorite, if I'm not actually like needing to do anything or whatever, is I just love the butterfly one. It's just pretty. So there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like super important. It can track your sleep. The walkie-talkie thing is actually Max, come here. Oh, Susan Barty is so nuts. The walkie-talkie feature, you guys, is one that a lot of people don't talk about, but me and my husband use like constantly because like it's so much easier than actually like spending time to text or whatever. You just like pop it on. Now, I don't do it when he's busy at work because it will just blurt it out, whatever you have to say. So if we're anywhere that, you know, we don't want everybody to hear what we're doing, we don't use it. But at home or like when he's driving, like at stoplights or whatever, he can just beep, hey, I'm on the way home, you know, whatever. It is really, really awesome. So it just looks like that and you just like press it and you talk. I'm just not going to do it because like I said, he's at the restaurant. I actually don't know if he's in the restaurant yet or not. But anyway, so that has been like a number one feature. Come here, Max. For us. And we really, really love it. I'm trying to think overall, like, do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. It's kind of like one of those splurges, but it's one of those things that truly does improve your quality of life. I love it, love it, love it. And my biggest negative, though, is that, like I said, it's not super comfortable for me. So I'm going to look at getting a different band and see if that helps because I really love to be able to like track my sleep and wear it more often. Oh, there's also a feature to keep water out. So you can actually go swimming and do those things with it. So anyways, my dog, so I gave Max a bath this morning and I think he's cold because I need to go and blow dry him, but I was going to let him like dry off a little bit. So anyways, I think that's why he's being like extra barky. So yeah, I might do a more in-depth review later of like the specific apps and like how to work them. But for now, I definitely would say it is definitely a positive for me.